Hello, hello. Welcome to day 990 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is Murky minds settle with silence. What do I mean? We will soon find out. Welcome back. Murky minds settle with silence. What does that even imply? It implies that when you are feeling a little murky in your mind, and when I say murky, I mean, yes, when you have all those crazy ideas coming to your head, when you have all of that muck that you've been holding within that just suddenly rises up to the top, suddenly comes to your awareness. And then what do? Do you keep shaking it so that you feel even more overwhelmed? Or do you give yourself some silence and time to settle down? So, murky minds settle with silence. Hi, Srinivas. How are you? So, when I look at a murky mind, I'm looking at a mind that is kind of unsettled. It is unsettled because there is lots of conversation going on over there. And again, when I say murky, I mean not the kind of conversations that are enriching, empowering, uplifting, but the kind of conversation that are dark, dull, and demeaning, belittling. Those kind of conversations that really pull away your energy, that make it dark for you, that kind of make it a little uncomfortable as well. So, yes, murky, when your mind is feeling that way, when your mind is feeling clouded, when it's feeling cluttered, when it's feeling heavy, that's the time that I'm talking about. So, murky minds will settle. But how? They will settle with silence. When you're in that space of kind of negativity, feeling lost, uneasy, uncomfortable, not knowing where to go next, a good idea is to be silent. A good idea is to kind of give yourself some room to understand what truly is going on. What truly have you put inside that jar of yours, inside that mind of yours, and what is it that you've put in there in terms of thoughts, and how can you settle them down? Because again, if you take a tumbler full of water and you fill it up with apart from water, if you add some stones to it, some mud to it, straw, and all sorts of junk to it, and then if you don't let it settle down, if you keep shaking it up, what will happen? All the dirt will come to the surface, all the murkiness will come to the surface. Hi, Picky. So all the dirt and filth will come to the surface, and you begin to feel even more overwhelmed with how to deal with it. So either you use a new container or you work with a new space and you sieve it off, you take it off, you kind of just pour out the water and you sieve it off. That is, you work with someone else, you work with a coach to understand how you can get rid of those patterns, get rid of those substances that you have kind of put into your head. You work with a coach and figure out how you can do that. Or if you do not have the luxury of working with a coach, or if you cannot work with a coach at that moment, then be your own coach, align with yourself, come to a place of silence, go within and ask yourself those difficult questions. Questions, what kind of questions? Questions that will move you forward and not pull you back. Questions that will help you settle and not stir you up. Murky mind will settle with silence, settles with silence. It's when you give yourself some time to think, when you give yourself some time to reflect, when you give yourself some time to truly understand what you're feeling, acknowledge it for what it is, not add more stories to it. Acknowledge what it is, have gratitude for it, and then let it settle down. That's when your mind begins to clear. So, this is how I see it. I really want to hear from you. What are your thoughts when I say murky minds settle with silence? And how do you come to that place of silence? You be mindful of who you're being in that moment. You be mindful of what you're learning about yourself, about the situation in that moment. You have gratitude for the situation to show up, for these thoughts to even show up. And then you do what is needed to just let them settle down so that you can see things more clearly. So these are my thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And if this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am clear. Please write in comments saying, I am clear. If this has been of value to you, give the video a like, share it with a friend if it has added value to you. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining. Okay, we have a comment that's come in just in time before I sign out. Srinivas says, we need first awareness of the state and make choices, ask who is controlling whom. True that. It's about being clear about who is controlling your thoughts. Are your thoughts controlling you, or are you controlling your thoughts? Are you going to calm down, or are you going to let it stir you up? Are you going to settle down, or are you going to be stirred up? So this is how I see it. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. I am clear in comments if this has been of value to you. Thank you, Srinivas.